Are you wanting to get outdoorsy? Well, then you've picked the right video to watch, because today I'm going to be showing you how we have gotten outdoorsy, so to speak. This is our 2013 limited edition little guy teardrop camper. It's a Silver Shadow limited edition. My dad used to sell these and he got this one for us to use. And he has for himself a 5-wide. And we also own a 2014 Coachman Clipper 17BH 21-foot camper. That's a long description, but I want to get descriptive in this video because that's why it's going to be a long video. And sometimes we'll go in the 2 teardrops, this one in the 5-wide, or the Clipper, because the Clipper is something to stand up in. You can't stand up in these. So sometimes if we go somewhere where it's really hot and humid, and you can't do anything between the hours of like 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. and you want a trailer and these all you can do is lay down, the kitchen's outside, but they're great campers. They're great for places where you can be outside a lot, you can go out and do things and not be miserable. I will show you guys today how you can get to where we are now. Get outdoorsy, you know. And so I'm going to make some videos about camping. So I'm going to show you now the video, or this camper. Go on the other side. And I'll also show you the kayak carriers that we use. We've been working on it a lot today. So this is the inside. Here you have cabinets. You have a TV here, an LED-C TV with the radio and DVD player. We have a clock in here, and that's a night light. And then up here you have your air conditioning vents, your fans is where we have. You got a headboard. And then down here you have storage on both sides. It's just one thing. There's not a divider in there anywhere. It's just one big thing. And then I'm not gonna, well, I can't lift this up because that's hindering me. But there's also a thing under here where you can lift it up. See, there's a mattress. It's about that deep. Not very deep, but it's still storage. And here there's 2 of these fancy glass light covers with LED lights inside. My apologies. And then the switch is in the middle. Then here we have your porch light switch. There's one on the other side too. Then these are cup holders. I'll show you how to, and those are the kayak rack things. Pretty easy once you get it figured out. You have surround sound, you got speakers up there. So, very neat little camper. And then when you're not running your air conditioner, you have your fantastic vent. 3 speeds, it locks at night. It's got a cover up there. There's your knob for the cover. You can set it to blow in from the outside or out. I'll show you what to do. Gotta unlock it here. Twist it to the left to open it, right to close it. Pretty much given. Now I'm gonna show you. I will set it to in. If you don't want your AC running, you just want natural air. It's got 3 speeds. Right now it's blowing in, and this thing blows a lot of air. Trust me. Here's what you do out. If you want air conditioning on your side, you open the window. And it's got clips up here, so when you lift it, those will automatically clip in. It's got it on both sides. It's set it to out. When you do it like that and you try to turn it on, it's not gonna do anything. So if you want it to work, you've got to, so if it's set in the middle like that, it's not gonna work. It's not a defect. I'll set it to high here. And there is a lot of air coming from that window. Oh my goodness. Wow. That is a lot of air coming from there. And you open it, it's like you have a fan on both of people in here. It's really, really cool. Then I'll shut this. And then at night, got a lock. See up there? So I can lock it up. You got your fantastic fan. Those also come in A-frame trailers. And then to unclip it, you just press out on both of these. It takes both hands, so I couldn't show it on camera. Just press out, it'll drop down, lock it up at night, close the blinds, stay sealed. You also have a stargaze window up here, which comes in pretty much all silver shadows. These are built in America, and you can call and have them custom made. How cool is that? And my dad's was actually custom, because he doesn't have a sink. He has a Coleman stove and just an urn for water. But the Coleman stove is now in the clipper, no longer in there. He has an urn for water, and he'll have the microwave instead. Since this has a stove, 2-burner gas stove, propane stove. Gets in a drawer. You got your propane hookup down here. That's for a fire extinguisher. You stick it, it's just a little thing, you stick it in there, shut it, stays sealed. Got a drawer here, and then another drawer, or another cabinet. Got the spice rack for your spices while you're cooking up. Here's the little breaker box cover. You gotta really pull it to get it to come off. There's your breakers. We haven't used this trailer in a long time, so the fridge has a little mold in it, but I'll show it to you. Gotta press that to open it, otherwise it won't open. See, there's a little mold, but it's a good sized little fridge. I like it. You got tail light on the side too. They really thought about this when they made it. And it goes where it's towed to, I'll tell you that. Made by Little Guy. And on the back it's got a thing for a bike rack. So we have a Swagman Semi 2.0 bike rack on the back. It's a nice bike rack. And then up on the top, let me show you what we've got cooking up here. This is supposed to have a cap on it, but we just put this up today, and we're not quite through with it, but this is pretty much how it's going to be. We just got to put the caps on the ends. We do have them. But this is from ProRack.com, so if you want one of these, order it. But when you order a ProRack, you'll get 4 of these brackets, and I think 2 of these brackets for a teardrop or for a vehicle. And then the 2 bars. That's all you'll get. Then we went to our academy and we bought 2 cargo lock things. You can buy these at Academy Sports. And one, but they come in a box here. Let me show you. We've been working out here today. Rooftop kayak carrier. That's what you get in one box. This is for vehicles, really, that have the crossbars on the top, and then it connects like that, and I'll show you in real person. But that's what you get. You get 2 J hooks, and that's it. 2 J brackets. Clamp on mounting brackets for bars. It carries 1 kayak with 2 J brackets. That's what it's made to do. So when you buy a cargo lock, you're gonna get the stuff to carry 1 kayak. So don't expect 2. We bought 2 separately. We had, for the Pro Rack, we had to bend it on a bench vise to get it to fit, but we did get it to fit, so that's taken care of. But it won't fit perfectly on the Pro Rack. But that's okay. You'll get it to fit. Also, for a great traveling, we have a 2011 Chevrolet Tuscany conversion van. We started collecting bumper stickers. We've also been to Durango, Colorado, to Horseshoe Bay Resort in this thing. And It's a 2011 Chevrolet Express 1500 high top conversion van. I'm sorry there's Jenga blocks spilt everywhere. I'm gonna pick those up sometime. It's our dream catcher van is what my dad calls it. There's the driver's seat here. You got that stuff up there. You got an LED display, Sony surround sound thing. We got a TV here. It's a 32-inch. We don't use ours though. You've got this turns into a bed. It's a couch pretty much though. You got your captain's chairs and then the driver and passenger seats. You got 3 cup holders, a little thing down there to keep your little knickknacks and paddywhacks in. And most of these, the TV would be hooked up to these speakers here, but at ours, somebody replaced the TV with just a Vizio. So it isn't. Then that lights up. You got your AC vents. And then this thing here lights up, that one lights up, vice versa. You got blinds on the windows to keep people from seeing in. We also have, in my dad's trailer, or sometimes we'll go camping in we have a 2014 Coachman Clipper 17BH. It's a 21-foot camper. I already said that. And sometimes, when we go in the 2 teardrops, we'll take we got a system going on here. This teardrop has the food, the fridge, and the stove, and my dad's 5-wide, which it isn't in it right now, but my dad's 5-wide. We just bought this thing today. It's gonna have the microwave and the water. This microwave is from our Fleetwood Mallard. It's sitting out at my dad's rental house. It's ours, but we're waiting to see what happens. We have renters out there, my grandmother, and when they're done with it, that's when we're gonna fix it up. It needs a lot of work, and that's the microwave for that. That one's gonna go in the 5-wide. We just haven't had time to put it in there. Now, teardrop air conditioners. I'm gonna need to speak with you guys about this. This is a teardrop air conditioner. It is a Climate Right, but the company went bankrupt. These aren't made anymore. And plus, they really don't work very well. They put out good cold air, but not very much of it. The fan in there really sucks. So this is what my dad did. He got an LG window unit, and he had the front built for it. So that's how we cool off the trailer. And the son's had a hard time on this, but that's okay. We've got it fixed. So now it'll work fine we don't have to worry about the sun. And on the teardrops, you've even got a hookup for the AC. This contraption works very well. Have somebody make a front. He just left the AC at this guy's place for a couple days so that he could measure it and build it the way it needs to be. Speaking of kayaks, this is a big one. We need to talk about our kayaks, because if you want some great kayaks, I'll give you some information. Any kayak is good for any person. Well, I say that. Any kayak, well, any person really has would do great in a kayak that it fits best for their body. Let me give you an example. The plastic on this kayak is thin. Hear that? Where on the plastic on this kayak, do you hear well, actually there isn't much of a difference, but let me show you something. Hear that? The plastic on this one is much thicker. So sometimes a lighter kayak would do good, sometimes a heavier kayak would do good. Also, this is an Old Town Vapor 10 Angler from Academy Sports. And it's a sit inside. I like sit insides. You got a thing up there for your fish or your bait or whatever you're hauling. You got a drink holder. This is a Pescador 12-foot Perception Sport. You've got your, looks like a little bait thing here. We don't go fishing in these, but that's kind of what they're made for. I don't know what these are, but they're little lids on it, and they have little things under them. And then that, I guess, is for fish if you catch any. or what, I don't really know very much about these. This one is actually adjustable for the feet.